Alright. We're back with more Conquest. Yeah, last time we played this, I got a time of... Oh, weird, the time isn't... hold on. 139, no. 48:34. There we go. I got a 150:13 last time. I think I can definitely do better than that. So yeah, I'm gonna do a no reset run again, except I'm gonna make it no reset once I get past Greenleaf. Because of that whole thing with the pan stage, I know what my backup strat is. I actually practiced it in the emulator just before the stream started. It's essentially just having Darumaka chase up to the pan stage, knocking it out, then going through the yellow grass down the stairs to the Suwaddle while Jigglypuff holds the middle banner. That's the backup strat, but it takes like an extra 2.5 minutes. That's why for an actual speedrun it's not worth going for, but if it happens during PSR, that's what I'm going for. But I don't want to go for that during practice. Alright, let's get started. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, Eel. Is the Starly recruit guaranteed? What do you mean? Oh, you mean in the Electric Kingdom battle? It will be guaranteed as long as Eevee gets the final kill. Because if I hit it with Darumaka's Flame Wheel, and then hit it with Eevee's Quick Attack, it is guaranteed. The only way it's not is if I've only had this happen once. Is if the Darumaka crits the Starly one-shotting it. I've only had that happen one time within the last, like, 4 years. It's extremely rare that happens. Like, having a crit specifically in that moment. I'd say it's like a 99.9% chance. Yeah, I'm not comparing these splits to my personal best or the world record. I'm comparing them to the run from 2 days ago. Hey, John. Dude, that happened again. Well, there is a chance Eevee can one-shot that because that is at very low health. That was so unnecessary. I hate this game. I double hate this game. Dude, that was so stupid. Very similar spawns to last time. The reason I'm losing a lot of time on this split is because, during the run from a couple of days ago, I had an extraordinarily fast Farm 2 split, which is very unlikely to happen. That's why I lost a lot of time there. So, yeah, if I were to compare this against, like, my PB, this would be kind of on par with PB. Plus, in the previous run, my Ignis battle was extraordinarily bad. Like, a 946 is extraordinarily bad. The doof ain't useless, shut up. You asked the guy the questions. I asked him most of the questions that I remembered. I do know where some of the booby traps are in Chrysalia, though. But the question about that glitch in Dragner with the red tiles, not even he knew. I decided it was better to attack the Tepig. Because if you get Chimchar's health too low, Hideyoshi could theoretically use his potion. You know, something I could do, I think, if I don't get flinched, I think I'll go have Jigglypuff hit Chimchar, then I'll celebrate from Chimchar to Tepig. Actually, I don't think this will be enough to KO Chimchar, so I'm just going to go to the Bidoof. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. That quick attack probably would have done 10, because last time it did 9. Didn't expect that to happen. Nice. Yeah, I could have been luckier with double slaps. That was still kind of bad. If Jigglypuff had gotten some extra double slaps on that Chimchar, I probably would have finished this a whole turn earlier. This asshole again. Without the rock hitting, it would have taken an extra turn. Oh my god, I friggin' hate this guy. Still PB? No, this ain't PB. My PB is a 148. This is comparing to the run from Friday. Not Friday, Tuesday. This is the run from Tuesday. If I were to actually I could switch my hotkey to actually compare to my PB. But I don't want to do that in the middle of this. This is comparing to my PB. That's one of the cool things about Live Split. You can compare yourself to multiple different times. The comparison times I have in here is my actual PB and the record, and then these are the results I'm comparing to. I'm not kidding, I kinda hope I died at Greenleaf. But then again, I'm aiming for no reset runs. If I was seriously doing actual results, I probably would have reset, well then again, I try to make all my runs get to Greenleaf. Oh, Pansage goes down. Yeah, I did practice the backup strat offline on the emulator. I know what the back strat is, or backup strat's gonna be, but I'm not gonna do it like right now. Like, if it goes down, I'm resetting. Okay, very likely we'll be fine. Nice. That'll save a bit of time. Run's alive for now. Well, no, not for... Well, yeah, for now. This is going to be a... Oh my... Ow. This is still going to be a no reset run unless something extraordinarily bad happens. Damn. Yeah, that's one of the spots that a booby trap can appear. So because of that, it's going to take an extra turn. Rip. You can see in the bottom left a lie splits. My PB split is a 623. Actually, that 623 might be the one from 2 days ago. Actually, the one from my true PB is a 601. Yeah, from what I remember with my PB, my early game was extraordinarily good. Oh my god. This is why grinding this game is torture. Yeah, dude, that was that was so bad. Yeah, for the purposes of these splits, the PB split, the 435, is what I accomplished 2 days ago. The 429 is the best split I've ever gotten. Hey, Shadow. Daramaka's ability is called Run Up. Its damage gets, I think it's a 50% damage boost if it moved at least one tile during its turn. Oh, no, it's not a war. Oh, you mean the warrior skill. No, the guy has a warrior skill called Detox, which removes poison and paralysis. It's very useful for the Violite fight. It's not the reason we use him, it's just a good bonus. Do you have any idea how annoying you're being? Dude. Honestly, I don't think I should have... Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I shouldn't have bothered attacking with Eevee. I should have just skipped the turn. Well, it's a better Fontaine, but not by much. It's basically the exact same Fontaine split. Right? Yeah, it was also the Pansage, too. Alright, that Starly has middle-of-the-road energy, so not bad. I do get a little worried if it's at the lowest possible energy, because I think at the lowest possible energy, the Darumaka might kill it. I'm not 100% sure on the range. I'm actually going to start leaving Jigglypuff down there. That might help make it easier for Pansage to get to the Pampor. The most annoying arena? I would say this is the most annoying arena, yes. Especially when you have a Darumaka. Already broke. Cool. From what my commentary buddy has told me, they're about a 10 to 15% chance to break on each individual turn. So having it break turn 1 for Daramaka is extremely unlucky. I mean, obviously at points in the run it's going to break, but can it break on like Pansage or something? Jigglypuff? Alright, I'm gonna do this first. There we go. I'll celebrate too behind the shakes. I'm gonna have to use top speed. Actually, you know what? I'd rather hit the Mareep. Dude, are you fucking kidding? You gotta be kidding me. 2 Pokemon's wristbands broke turn 1. At least Pansage can get to the Pampor easy. Probably gonna have to have Suwaddle help out. Nice. And it broke. Hey, Robert. So I've had 3 different wristbands break. I should be able to have Daramaka knock that out. Well, that crit essentially didn't matter. Okay. Well, it's not like Eevee can do anything else, so I'm gonna have Eevee, Man. Damn. Dude, this fight would have been so much easier if 3 different wristbands didn't break. So stupid. The start of this run has just been nothing but bad luck. Well, at least it was better than last time, but that's not really saying much. Oh yeah, 2 fucking seconds faster. Great. I guess Melee can't KO? Probably not. Dude, that was so stupid. DJLRX X ABRR. There we go, that's better. Do passwords rely on the DS? Nope. It's kind of like Wonder Mail codes from Mystery Dungeon. It basically converts the password into a code. That's Intimidate. That's also Intimidate. I want Munashige to have the best star after. Dude, they're all Intimidate. Well. I am so close to starting this run over, I swear to God. Yeah, if Munashige dies, I'm starting the run over. Because that's just like way too much gone wrong. Oh, really? You can't get there? I mean, for the event, I will obviously, like, have backup passwords, like, in case this fails, but this is way too awful. That is just one of the horrific events. Because the thing is, if your warrior dies, any Pokemon you try to link with they'll leave you. Well, besides, like, Munashige couldn't have even linked with it. If he had linked with it, then fine, but he never had the chance to link with it. My God. Yeah, 3 broken wristbands. All 3 Staraptors had Intimidate, and the Starly died. Yeah, that's a catastrophe. Okay, start over. Take 2. 3, 2, 1, go. No speed is tilted up when he almost uses the boy. Exactly. You know me well. You know, part of me is considering, like, in my run, like, having the ability to save. But the problem is, if you have a save file, you can't save. Or, yeah. Yeah, if you have a save file, you can't save your game. I'm honestly I have a backup 2DS. I'm really considering learning how to homebrew it and ripping my save file off of this cartridge. Because if I can rip the save file off the cartridge, I can delete it and then have a blank save, so I don't have to buy a new cartridge. I really do not want to do this on emulator. Especially since when I was doing all that practice, I still had turbo active on my controller. I don't want to do the speedrun with invalid rules and invalid emulators. Then again, I told them my estimated time was 2 hours. Oh yeah, not that. That specific of Bidoof flinched my Jigglypuff. Literally, almost everything that could have been bad luck actually happened in this run. The only thing that would have made it worse is if I had crit the Starly originally. How likely is it for him to crit after his warrior ability? Oh, Muneshige? Roughly 50%. Oh. That's a little annoying. Well, okay. I mean, I would have accepted any of those Staraptors with Intimidate. It would be a time loss. Is Jigglypuff stealing XP a big deal? It can be, just because in the earlier maps, Eevee won't be able to do as much damage. Oh, that is annoying. Okay. Dude, mashing text in this game is so inconsistent. It seems like even if I tap fast, the game sometimes goes through text slower. It feels off. What is the emulator that Speedruns use? Desmume. I think it's Desmume 0.9. But I hate Desmume. Plus, I'd have to turn my turbo off. Nice. He might end up using a potion because of that. Oh, he didn't. That's play I almost never see. Nice. Darn. Dude! Piece of shit. Well, John, it's against speedrun rules to use turbo. I'd be cheating if I'd use turbo. Get back here, you stupid fucking monkey. You know, that had the signs of a great Ignis until the Chimchar kept running away to heal. I mean, earlier when that quick attack was going to do 10 damage, it low rolled into a 9, causing him to run away to a healing pad that I didn't have access to. And fuck this guy with the Charmander. Well, no, John, I have the ability to turn it off. That's not the issue. I don't want to perform the speedrun on illegitimate hardware. Oh my god, I want this guy fucking killed. It's literally a 50-50 chance which one gets spawned in there. Holy... Nope. Go fuck yourself. Ugh. Dude, I keep ending this in the most stupid shit. This is stupid. This is so dumb, dude. Dude, that guy freaking hates me. Ugh. Okay. Huh. the recording on. Honestly, should I compare to my splits from the previous run, or should I compare to my PB? I mean, I can switch it whenever I want. I think get one more run completed, then I'll start comparing to my PB. Because that PB was achieved like 4 years ago. Also, John, I do have a somewhat unpopular opinion. Maybe it's popular among speedrunners, I don't know. I think speedruns are actually more legitimate when they're done on real hardware. Even if the leaderboard allows emulator, I still do think, like on a personal level, a speedrun just feels more complete when done on official hardware. Almost, you were talking about the disaster that was the PSR 2021. Yeah, I would have done a run for that. But then the event got canceled. I'm not going to bring it up because that was a long time ago. And besides, from that PB, I've done runs even before that. I've probably been speedrunning this game like almost 6 years. I mean, most like big category games, they'll only allow like runs within like the top 10 of the record, top 10% of the record, just the world record. They have to be done on console. I mean, some games don't do that. Like, Pokemon Red and Blue used to have it to where if you wanted to compete for world record, you had to play on console. But they made an emulator called Gambit Speedrun. The emulator is basically 99.9% accurate to the Game Boy. It's so accurate, they actually do allow it for world records now. But for Ocarina of Time, for instance, if you're within 10% of the record, you have to play on console. It was actually very lucky how low of HP that Bidoof was. That was a very good Farm 1 split. Yeah, the DS is hard to emulate. Yeah. Older consoles are a lot easier to emulate perfectly. I think Super Mario Bros. NES does allow world record to be on emulator, because I know the world record holder several times. I know for a fact he played on keyboard. Also, when you attack a Pokemon on the side or from behind, the power and accuracy slightly goes up. Okay, that Wooper... Eh. I do not know why they do that here. Well, Jigglypuff's an XP thief. Well, theoretically, I could just buy another cartridge instead of ripping the save file off, but another cartridge for Conquest is like 200 bucks. Chimchar has low energy, good. Yeah, that's thankful. Also, Hideyoshi's ability that gives him the extra range, it also makes his Pokemon more likely to flinch for that one turn, so thankfully he didn't use that ability turn 2. Him using it turn 1's not a big deal. %, miss, by the way. Also, you saw how that quick attack only did 8. That was because Jigglypuff stole some of my XP. If it weren't for that, that would have dealt 9. Nice. Oh, that's actually really good. I'm gonna hit the Tepic, not the Chimchar. Oh my god. I want to double slap that Chimchar one more time. You bastard. Well, not only that, I won't be able to reach the Chimchar anyway. Well, I wouldn't have been able to celebrate anyway. Hopefully I can get that fire to go away that's right next to Chimchar. Either that or remove. You know what? That'll work. Okay, that... I've never had a fire pop up right in front of my face before. Oh my god. This would have been a very good Ignis if it weren't for that fire popping up in front of my face. Bad. God. Yeah, sub 930 would be considered pretty good. Okay. The best Ignis I've ever gotten was like an 830, but that was from like the boulders hitting everything and getting crits. It's extraordinarily unlikely. But yeah, sub 930 I would consider good. Bro, come on. This is why grinding this game is horrendous. I can see why Huam didn't want to go back to this game. High energy pant sage. If that pant sage was light blue or dark blue in terms of energy, Daramaka would have a chance to one-hit it. I think dark blue all the way down means it's very likely to one-shot. But I guess without that, then Jigglypuff will just have to get a hit on it. Nope. Dude, but the Ignis split in my world record was 837, but that was because I got... It was an extraordinarily lucky early game I had. I don't mind resetting that. That was very bad. At least you're less tilted than before. Guess you're getting used to the pain. Yep. Well, I also had a worse temper back then. I was way less emotionally immature. Literally that 1:48:34 world record, I accomplished that when I was 19 years old. And I'm almost 24. Which is kind of nuts. You know, one time for fun, I would watch a casual Let's Play series of this game from a YouTube channel named Chaos in the Sky. He had the whole time the game on slow animations. I mean, less tilted than a half hour ago. Ah, well that's called warming up. Dude, imagine if you could put in passwords as soon as the game started. Oh my god. This game would be far more enjoyable if I could just go to the Fire Kingdom with 2-star actors. Well, technically 1, because I would still want Eevee. Okay, that Bidoof has a lot of health. Don't flinch me again. Thanks. Oh, perfect. Okay, that is perfect. Because thing is, early game, it's very important for Eevee to get as much XP as possible. And you get a slight XP boost if you deliver the final blow. That is not ideal. That is not an ideal layout for me. Dude. Right? Darn. Yeah, I generally prefer Jigglypuff hitting the Bidoof for that exact reason. But the layout just, I couldn't do that. Ooh, the Tepig and Bidoof are very low energy. That's nice. The reason you want to move Jigglypuff downwards slightly is, so... I guess just so Chimchar's a little bit further down, so it's a bit easier for Eevee to reach to as well. But you don't want to move her all the way down, because that could motivate Hideyoshi to use his range-boosting warrior skill, which also can cause flinches. Which is a skill you do not want him to use. Hopefully, Jigglypuff can knock out the Bidoof. Thankfully, if he's at low health, it's only a chance he uses the potion. It's not guaranteed, thankfully. Bruh. Pretty decent. The only reason I say decent is because if Jigglypuff hadn't missed that double slap on the Tepig, theoretically I could have ended the battle a turn earlier, if it weren't for that miss. Seriously, I hate Jigglypuff in this game. Hey, I didn't know this guy even existed. Dude, this Jigglypuff is out for blood. At least that ended a turn quicker, so I guess that's something. Maximum energy pants age. Nice. Minimum energy on the swaddles. Also, something I learned from my commentary buddy, enemy pathing AI does not know anything about these little grass patches here. Their only AI pathing is just take the shortest path towards the banner. Like, for example, since that Suwaddle took the banner, the Pansage saw no reason to continue going further south. You know what, clearly I'm not going anywhere with these runs today. So I think I might actually switch to emulator and just practice some of the hard fights. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm just going to do the rest of the practice today on emulator. Good thing I made those save states. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn the sound up. I think this is one I need to start practicing a bit more. Interesting, Shinx did nothing. That's not exactly what I was hoping for. Dude, Darumaka's just so useless on this stage. Dude. Okay, this fight is so awful. Okay. That was a 14. That was so bad. Alright. Hey Shadow, welcome back. I'm just practicing on emulator. I couldn't really get a run going on console. I hope I can still kill that. Hey, Darumaka can actually hit something. Well. Well then. No timer? I'm on emulator. I'm doing practice. I just loaded the Violite stage. I mean, Darumaka wouldn't have been able to do decent damage if it weren't for that crit. Okay, that was a 15. About a turn better. See if your modded DS still works. What the hell are you talking about, Shadow? I just played on it like 5 minutes ago. What happens if the Thunderbolts hit Pampor? If an enemy dies due to a stage hazard and not from being hit by you, it will not join you. I've never once had that happen before, but if I did have that happen, that would actually be a loss condition. I'm gonna experiment having Jigglypuff all the way up. Yeah, I just feel like there's so many... I feel like just after once Starly is dead, there's just so many different random things that can happen. I think I'm gonna have you over there. You stay. Thankfully, it seems like the Starly always seems to go there. The reason I tried to have Suwaddle use Bug Bite is because Bug Bite can snag potions. What do those buttons do? Never mind. Yeah, they send a shockwave to, that colored quadrant of the map. Okay, because of that Mareep being in a very awkward spot, there'll have to be a 14. Oh yeah, that's a 14. Then again, this save state did actually equip a power wristband to the Suwaddle, which honestly, I should just start doing that. Shadow, that's going to probably be years from now. I'm not thinking about that. I've been gaining a sub and losing a sub every other day. Why did I have Pansage go this way? What if I have... Dude. Naramaka's just so fucking useless here. I think it's good to prioritize the Shinx. Yeah, prioritize the Shinx. Might be able to celebrate off of that to the Pichu. Oh yeah, easy. Honestly, I think having them all condensed towards the middle is probably the best course of action. Bruh. Dude! Okay, no, I'm not counting that. That's bullshit. That would have been a 15. We all know it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Jigglypuff down there. I think having them condense is probably a better way to do it. Marie used Flash. Sure did. Also, the worst thing about the Darumaka constantly getting killed in these tests is his warrior is the one that can get rid of paralysis on my team. Honestly, I think from now on, just celebrate to the Pichu. I would have killed that with Pant Sage anyway. I need to look at some. Is that Pant Sage low energy? Pretty close to low. Now they're way too crowded. Bro! Okay, clearly... I keep forgetting that. When you've got 2 of your own Pokemon or more on a particular quadrant of the battlefield, they will prioritize getting to the switch. So annoying. This whole battlefield just sucks. Just sucks. That burn isn't gonna kill anything, will it? Ah. I hate this game. Huh. Interesting. Celebrate doesn't activate when you've been paralyzed? Huh. So it seems like more often than not, I'm getting 15s. I think one time I got a 14. One time I got a 16. So it seems like that should be the average. All right, here's something I'm going to do. I'm going to take a look at a couple of different videos. Let's see. Here's the 146. And I also want my PB. I'm going to look at 2 different runs for their Violite section. Here we are, my 148. Okay. His audio is quiet. I'm just seeing, like, what I should expect. Okay, he puts the Jigglypuff one space further down.
What is the play? Alright, let's just get some quick damage in. Just some chips. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, now let's see what happens. We gotta deal with both of these guys. Let's see. So yeah, you'll be on that tile. It's fine. It may go for the range here, maybe? I don't know. Actually, I might go for that. I should probably Sweet Song, though, because this is gonna do some damage, actually. Yeah, I gotta go for Sweet Song plus Detox here. Okay, as long as I do that, it's fine. Unfortunately, I can really only attack from that tile, which is a little bit awkward. let's get some damage in. Take that thing out. Please don't lose power spike this time. Okay. And then I guess we just get some damage in. I mean, ideally this crits and just insta-kills the Marie. That would actually be huge. But it didn't. Okay. I mean, I guess we just get some chip damage in.
Darmaka can actually do damage.
Ooh, that's not a bad crit, actually. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate
so
that. It's nothing crazy because it's probably going to push him, which will make it a bit harder to deal with, but that's not the worst. It's at least damage there. Only issue is that interference. We're going to have to deal with that somehow. But this is an okay situation. It's not great, but it is okay. Oh, I didn't heal. That could be a problem. There's no way Marie doesn't attack here. Oh, wait, that could work in my favor, actually. Because we're gonna do that anyways. So maybe move you into that tile? That does keep you stuck there. Oh, you live! Okay, okay. I think we go for that into that, and then I think we're good. We might even be done this next turn.
Chair.
Please hit, please hit, please hit. Nice. Come on, please hit, please hit. No. And now 48. Nah, it's probably not good. Yeah, I think we just bait. Because then we can force it to stay. We absolutely win this.
That was insanely lucky.
And then that's the end of that.
But still, it seems like my
didn't
average
feel like
was
that bad of a violate.
15.
Like, Darmaka didn't get a kill.
That one was a 16, so bad a turn lucky. Let me take a look at mine.
Pokemon Speedrun.
Alright, that was a somewhat high energy Starly. How much luck would be needed to win
Where
fast?
are you going?
I mean, the reason Juan got a 16 turn remaining Violet was because of a crit on the Shinx. I think getting a crit either on Shinx or Mareep can guarantee a 16, but I'm pretty confident the average is 15. But I'm just looking at two different runs here.
And I remember talking about the whole event after it happened with people from the Pokemon Conquest speedrunning server, which I run. It's got like 140 plus members in it, so it's a pretty big server. And I was talking to them about it. Basically, everyone agreed with me that whole people were just pissed off the moderator saying, you let the whole event get banned over that? And they were saying that was just ridiculous, that they were acting like children.
At the time, I had beaten that old record by like 4 minutes. Alright, so it looks like Darmaka is able to hit Mareep here.
I mean, like I said, you don't have to agree with his viewpoints. I would have defended him whether I agreed with his viewpoints or not. Yeah, it doesn't matter what what side of the opinion it was. Like, if they said, like, something that I disagreed with, as long as it wasn't harassing people, and then some people decided to ban him, I'm like, why did you ban him? You're all about bringing people together, yet you ban people for having the wrong opinions. Like, they were just being flat-out hypocrites.
Turn 2 basically dictates the whole fight.
Alright, hopefully Pichu stays where it is. Okay, that's actually fine. I just want to hit them both with Pansage. Okay, I kinda wish Eevee crit you earlier, but oh well. Yeah, it shouldn't though, that's the problem. It's just a group of people competing with each other, playing games, and helping each other out. Yet it's become this whole moral thing. Like, those people just think they're morally above everybody else.
That's
and
not
like,
gonna kill the
you're
picture,
just
is
like
it?
all of us. Some
Dude,
guy
I'm an
living in their
idiot for
parents'
doing that. I
basement
should have done
to
it behind.
speedrun
I do
games.
not know what I was thinking.
I didn't really say that, it's just a joke. But you're not morally
Okay,
superior
so
above
if I
everyone else.
wasn't an idiot, then yeah.
Just because you have a world record in Pokemon Gold glitchless doesn't make you Jesus.
Oh wait, what was that?
Just because you have a world record in Pokemon Gold glitchless
Okay, that
doesn't make you Jesus.
That is essentially called never being punished. Yeah, right there. I
Man,
didn't
I
get
just
any
beat this
meaningful
split by a
crits, and I
minute.
still got a 16. So I think a 16 should be good. 15, 14 being absolutely bad. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's continue the practice. Hope y'all enjoyed the old me voice. There we go. Okay, that's a little loud now. No, I didn't. At least the Starly is consistent. Oh, nice. I'll be able to hit the Shinx. Nice, you crit the Shinx. There's really nothing to celebrate off of, so I'm gonna stay here. Bruh. Really? Dude, that is such an incredibly awkward spot. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do if the Mareep goes that way, I still think it was good to attack it, but I don't think I should have attacked again. Or maybe, better yet, I should have taken those 2 Pokemon off of the yellow platform. I also noticed sometimes the Starly is 1 space above. Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed. And another 15. I think the tower boost is around 20%. I think so, yeah. Also, if that Starly was at a higher amount of energy, his health would not have been low enough to require that potion. Dude! Oh my god. Okay, so it seems like if it goes on that yellow button, do not trap it in. Because if he gets trapped in, he's going to stay there. I mean, he's an electric type. He could just go in those little barriers, those little gaps. It can go in there, but I guess if you surround it and it's on top of the button, it'll prioritize staying on the button. But I guess don't do that. Honestly, I think it's more important to aim for the Marie first. I'm just gonna test it with Shinx. Dude, where the... Oh, the power wristband on it must have broke. And another 15. Dude, is 16 the, like, god tier number or something? I seem to get nothing but 15s. I think 16 must be the lucky number. Yeah, 16 seems to be the luckier number. No, stay down here. Funnily enough, even though there are kingdoms after it that have, like, tougher Pokemon, all those battles are just straight up easier. Like, the Cresselia and Pugilist fight, like, obviously you'll get access to the Staraptors by that point. Alright. Dude, do I seriously keep breaking the wristband on that Starly? I hate this game. Yeah, I'm 100% thinking 15 is the average. Yeah, 15's the average. Alright, this will be my last one. Honestly, I think it was because of Eevee's wristband breaking too early. Bastard. Wristband broke. Am I just incredibly unlucky? Yeah, 14, that's extreme. That's a bad one. I know I said I'd stop, but this fight just has so much variety in it. I'm gonna experiment with some. I'm gonna move Jigglypuff up there. Because I'm thinking that might encourage Pichu and Pansage to line up together. Maybe. Dude, why do I keep getting the 10% chances, man? I'm gonna try something. What if I move here? Okay, if it weren't for the wristband breaking, that would have been a 16. Alright, feels like I am starting to learn some new things about this fight. Why would you use that just to move there? Besides the fact this map sucks. Well, yeah, I'm learning about, like, I think different spots to move Jigglypuff is affecting where, like, the Pichu and the Pampor like to spawn. Really? You're asleep. How did it miss? Okay, 16. I think neither of them had their wristbands break, did they? Both Eevee and Darumaka had their wristbands, so when their wristbands don't break early, it seems pretty easy to get four turns. See, look at that. Turn 1 power wristband break. Which is anywhere from a 10 to 15% chance, so it's very unlikely, but it somehow keeps happening on the first turn. That essentially makes Darumaka useless. Man, I wish power wristbands didn't break. The fact that they could break is so stupid. There are plenty of items in this game that can help you, but they don't break. Oh my god. But yeah, just the freaking fact that if the wristbands break too early, you're essentially fucked. Believe it or not, the old version of this route, like from before even I speedran it, it did not get power wristbands at all. That was actually a route change made by someone named The Rat. I used to talk with him a few years back. He hasn't been online in years, though. But buying the power wristbands was how he originally beat the record by like 4 minutes, and then I beat his record. And admittedly, it was a very smart play. This kingdom used to be a lot worse. Reap going that way. How's that gonna work out? Interesting. Look at that. If my wristband was still up, that would have killed. But here's what I'm gonna have to do. Okay, now that'll be a 16. Yeah, I think condensing the bottom 4 Pokemon into a long row is actually the best way to do it. I think it encourages Pampor to line up with another Pokemon. Really? Oh. Nice. Yeah, I don't mind the wristband breaking later into the fight, but not, like, right away. There we go, another 16. So, it seems like the main reason I keep constantly getting bad Violites is because Eevee or Darumaka, their power wristbands keep breaking too early. Like, I keep getting extremely unlucky with it. Honestly, it's most likely like a 20%. You know what? I know there's a ROM hacking Discord server for this game. I might actually join it just so I can find out some of these answers. What other save states do I have? I'm just going to refresh myself on this map. Yeah, I think lure instead of rushing is the way to go, yeah. Oh, interesting. I've never seen you go that way before. And that was easy. Yep. Yep, still got it. I'm surprised none of my saves... Oh, that's my Spectra save state. That stage is essentially all luck anyway. But yeah, out of all these stages here, I mean, you could argue that Dragner could use a bunch of practice. But that fight's a bit random. It just depends on how things line up. You kind of have to wing this stage. I guess I'll refresh myself on Invasion. Not exactly a good lineup. Oh, that's another thing I need to ask my commentary buddy. How do the bells work on this stage? Like, does the attack boost go away at the end of the turn? Okay, that was not a good spot for Girder to move. Okay, this'll work. Dude, that was horrible. I'm starting that over. I should not have put Girder so close to the action. Because that prevented, like, the true freedom of Bravebird. No crits. Yeah, I didn't get any crits. That was unlucky. A 26. One more. Okay. Yeah, clearly this one I need to practice more. I don't think I should have had Eevee attack because Staraptor will just one-shot it anyway. Dude, I keep getting crits on the wrong thing, dude. But at least Oichi Staraptor can finish off Tepig. I don't think it matters if these guys run down here because, yeah, those guys are just always coded to just rush towards the banner. What I did there was very risky. $27. Sometimes I wish Eevee can just jump down there by himself. That would make this stage a lot easier. Like, if Pokemon could go down this stage on their own. Probably just because it's too high. Funny. Alright, so it seems like 27s are good, 26s are okay. A 25 would be bad. That's what I'm getting from this. Huh, I was able to kill it that time. Oh wait, no, that was yeah, never mind. I just wish Girder didn't spawn so far away. But since they pop on the field in gallery order, there's not much you can do about it. Dude, seriously? Should have whacked the bell again. Alright, got another 27. Some of you guys may be upset that I'm just doing practice right now, but clearly I needed it. Because Violite and the Invasion are probably some of my least favorite splits. Like, obviously, if we don't count Greenleaf, my least favorite splits are Violite and Invasion. Okay, yeah, that wasn't a smart idea either. I'm gonna test some. What if I just hit once? 100. I think attack can only go up once. Yeah, I should only have hit the bell once. Okay. Good to know. Okay, why did I put Eevee there? Whatever. I think I just need to put Eevee, like... Honestly, just put him on a banner. Wait, you left the banner? Are you... Dude, the AI almost never does that. Wow, you suck. Alright, another 27. I'm gonna speed this up a bit. I mean, I don't care about, like, putting my inputs in quickly. I just care about the turn counter. I guess their AI is different if they're the challengers. Another 27. Hey, John, welcome back. Oh, I'm not doing runs anymore. I'm practicing. The runs were just going horrendously bad. All right, I got 327s in a row. That's nice. All right, so I think I need to practice Violite again. Because it seems like out of all the kingdoms, this is the kingdom I struggle with the most. Plus, this is just the one kingdom where your wristbands breaking early completely fucks you, just because Mareep and Shinx are so defensive. But yeah, John, the number one issue I keep having at Violite is the power wristband on Eevee and Darumaka keep breaking turn 1. And it makes the whole rest of the fight go so bad. How likely are they to break? My personal guess is it's a 20% chance. That's my personal guess. I'm gonna ask some people in the ROM hacking Conquest Discord. I'll need to become a member, though, in order to ask them. I figured those people might know. If they don't know, then I guess nobody knows. 16. Or honestly, it might even be 25%. It does not feel like 50. No, I think it maybe is 20 or 25%. Because that's a percentage that would actually make sense. Because I feel like 10 to 15, that's way too low. For like how often my wristbands keep breaking. It's got to be like 20 or 25%. Maybe 20%. Really? No, no, that would have been a 16. That was just unlucky. Honestly, I think forcing everybody to come to the bottom of the map is creating faster fights. Honestly, Sawaddle being here, just eating up the potion, is extraordinarily useful. You don't celebrate off your own allies. Good to know. But still, though, no matter how good you play, interference can always fuck with you. Yeah, that's bad. That was bad. And that was honestly not through any fault of my own. Nice. They were in a they were all in a line. Nice crit. Okay, the extremely rare 17. The only way to get a 17 is to get a crit on something. Like a crit on something that actually matters. So yeah, it seems like when the Pichu moves there, the Pampor will always line up, which is pretty good. Really? Okay, this is an interesting fact I did not know. Apparently, if Eevee is not able to move because of paralysis, bruh. If Eevee is not able to move due to paralysis, and you use Detox to heal it, and then Eevee KOs something, it does not get Celebrate. That is weird. 15. That was all because of a miss. But still, not much you can do about the misses. But yeah, I think this new strat I'm doing where I kind of have to intentionally let them go further down so I can gang up on them easier. I think that's the better strat. I'm more consistently getting 16s. But that is assuming A, I don't get an unlucky miss from the Mareep, or B, Power Wristband doesn't break turn 1. But honestly, even if it breaks turn 1, it's not as big of a deal when you lead them all downwards, because before it was like only Eevee was near the Shinx all the way up there. But if the Shinx is down here, then the Eevee could be here, Suaddle could be there, Pansage could be over there. So it's not as big of a deal if the wristband breaks, because they can just team up. But yeah, that's definitely a better way to do it. But anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. When I do appreciate it. Sadly, I couldn't get a run done, but at least we got some more practice in and learned a new strat for Violet. Anyway, I don't know when the next stream will be, so stay tuned. Bye.